Welcome to SPHX. I'm Daniel Valenzuela. This particular show has always been focused on job creation, education, innovation, entrepreneurship, and we are going to move away a little bit, but not too much. After all, a healthy community attributes to a strong economy. Really proud of this effort and honored to have my guest for this show, Glen Spencer from Aunt Rita's Foundation. We're going to talk about the 90-90-90 program, Fast Track City program, which is a global effort, very local effort, and we want to talk about what we're doing here in Phoenix. So thank you so much for being on the show with me today.
Well, Councilman Valenzuela, thank you so much for letting me be here on the show today to talk about this really important effort, the Fast Track Cities initiative, which, as you mentioned, has these goals of 90, 90, 90, and 0. And so we're trying to get 90% of all Phoenicians who are HIV positive diagnosed and tested. So really trying to promote HIV testing. The second 90 refers to getting people who are HIV positive into care and wanting to get 90% of people who have tested positive into care. Unfortunately, right now, only like half of individuals who have tested positive are getting the care that they need to stay healthy and productive so that they can contribute to the economic development of our great city. And then the third 90 refers to people like myself, because I'm HIV positive, living with HIV proudly, and to have those individuals who are positive and on treatment to have an undetectable viral load. And that means that I'm healthy. It means that anyone who has an undetectable virus in their system that happens to be HIV positive is going to be healthy and fully capable of participating in all the activities of life. The fourth number is very important. It's a 0. We want to have 0 stigma, 0 discrimination against HIV, because we know, you know, that discrimination prevents people from getting tested and even prevents people from getting into care. So this initiative that the city of Phoenix is leading, and in fact became the 12th city in North America, and we're lucky to have you as the co-chair of this effort, Councilman Valenzuela. So your leadership is really helping us change things in Phoenix, and it's candidly a big deal.
It's our partnership, and it's very personal to me, and I've shared that I lost my brother to HIV and AIDS when I was only 18 years old, and this is someone who didn't catch it in time, didn't talk about it for fear of being stigmatized, for all of the reasons we're trying to end the epidemic by 2030 here in Phoenix and around the world. And of course, we wouldn't be able to do it without your knowledge and your leadership and your bold leadership. So thank you for educating all of us on this, Glen. Now, tell us how we got here.
You know, in 1980, HIV and AIDS really began. It took us a number of years to even identify what was causing AIDS, how it was transmitted. The truth is now we know everything there is to know about transmission. The treatment for HIV and AIDS is phenomenal now. Today there are 6 different HIV treatment regimens that are 1 pill, once a day regimens, all of which are very well tolerated, so very low side effects. And so we have the tools now to totally prevent HIV with condom usage and through PrEP, a 1 pill once a day HIV medication that's brand new on the market since 2014, as well as the amazing medications to treat people who are living with HIV. So with those tools, we really can end this epidemic, which is the whole core and the crux of the Fast Track Cities initiative that was started in 2014 in Paris and is now, as you mentioned, a global effort with more than 100 cities participating, Phoenix being a very proud participant also.
Very proud participant. And some people will be watching this show and they will think of something like AIDS and imagine that it's a daunting task and that we'll never get there. Actually, there's been a lot of success around the world with participating cities. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
There has been. Thank you for asking. So there has been great success. In fact, some American cities like San Francisco and Seattle and New York and Denver are very close to achieving those 90-90-90 benchmark goals. So this can be done. Some African cities have arrived. So look, if they can do it, so can we. And so this is a community partnership, not only with the City of Phoenix, but with many, many organizations here in Phoenix that are working hard to achieve these goals by 2030 and effectively end the HIV epidemic here in Phoenix.
Well, thank you for your leadership on the Fast Track City initiative here in Phoenix, and I want to thank our entire committee. A lot of support, a lot of talent in that committee, and I learned so much, and I look forward to continuing those efforts. What I want to do is switch gears just a little bit. Now, you're with the Aunt Rita's Foundation, which totally fits on why you would be leading an effort like this. Tell us a little bit more about the Aunt Rita's Foundation.
So thank you so much for asking, Councilman Valenzuela. The Aunt Rita's Foundation is a nonprofit. We do two things. We raise money and give it away in the community, and then we also are an educator, and we do a lot of outreach ourselves. So as a philanthropic organization, we sponsor fundraising events like the AIDS Walk that is coming up here in Phoenix, downtown Phoenix. And we raise those money and we support 16 nonprofit organizations in the community, all local, that are providing critical HIV services, both prevention programs as well as treatment programs. As an educator, we engage in our own education and outreach initiatives to try and reach some of our underserved populations, whether that be in the African American community, the Hispanic community, or in any community that is disproportionately affected by the HIV epidemic.
So you mentioned the AIDS Walk, those types of events. Where can people go to learn more about when those events are and how can they help?
Well, this is our biggest and greatest event, and the City of Phoenix is a proud sponsor of AIDS Walk Arizona. People can learn more about it at AIDSWalkAZ.org. And every single year, it takes place in downtown Phoenix. Our main stage will be at 3rd Avenue in Washington, and people can register and participate. Not only can adults register, the registration fee is $35 for adults. They can also register students for $15. They can register their dog, their friendly dog, or it has to be friendly, for $10. And then they can also, kids that are 12 and under get to register for free. So we really want this to be a family-friendly event. Our Paws for the Cause facet of the walk is a lot of fun with all the dogs. Our Kids for the Cause element is wonderful, bringing out our youth and getting kids involved in this effort. We have many, many schools that have formed AIDS Walk teams that are coming out to participate, and it's always on the 4th Sunday in October. Just when it's starting to cool down, just when it's time to start the exercise for our fall, our beautiful weather here in Phoenix.
Well, Glenn, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your leadership and your many contributions to our city and to our community, and I look forward to working with you.
It's my pleasure, Councilman Valenzuela. Thank you.
Now, this is a little bit out of the norm of a Yes PHX episode, but very important nonetheless. Thank you so much for watching Yes PHX. I'm Daniel Valenzuela.